Well, hello guys. This is Bit Around the Bush that you're hearing right now, the best radio in Staras Agora. My name is Tiago and I'm here in the studio with Lydia. Hi Lydia, how are you doing?
Hello, guys. I'm okay. Thank you, Tiago. How are you?
I'm very nice, very good as well. I've been having a really good day. So this show is supported by the Erasmus Plus program and the Center for European Initiatives, and the Erasmus Plus program is made by European Union, so you guys know who's supporting us down to do this show for you. So today the topic will be confrontation and conflict management. There's always a way to get through confrontation, and you gotta always remember that there are people that actually resolve confrontation in different ways. So yeah, the thing is, we all have our own ways to resolve confrontation. So each and every one of us will choose their own ways, and that's what we are here to talk about.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, and I hope that you will like our topic for today and that you will enjoy. And also with Tiago, we choose good songs for you. It's different type of music, I think so, but I hope that our listeners will like it. Yeah, and I wanted to ask you, Tiago, what you did before to came in the radio. How you spent the day before to be here?
Well, so far, what we've done so far, I've been to the music school with Khaled and Alans to see their presentations, and we've been there to present for the kids and the school, talk about our countries, talk about ourselves, and I actually got to play a bit for them, which I wouldn't do normally. It's just a thing that I'm trying to do to get out of my comfort zone, and they really like it. I played for them last week, and the teacher actually told me that I'm famous now there in the school because
They
everyone.
like you.
Yes, they liked me. Yes, they like to.
Yeah,
hear
they
me
will
play.
ask to go all the time there
Yeah,
and play
yeah.
for them. But yeah, I can say that Tiago is a really good player. Yeah,
Thank
he's
you very
playing
much.
really
Thank you
well
very much.
guitar and also he's singing really
Thank
well.
you very much. So, Lydia, what about you? What have you done so
Oh
far?
my God, my day was so long.
So long, right?
Yeah.
It's like 3 p.m.
Yeah,
and
I
your
have
day has been.
feeling that it's midnight. To be honest, yeah, we woke up with Michaela so early this morning because it was a deadline to send one important document.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
because we started to write one project
Yeah.
and it was deadline today and we came here in the office to print our papers and in a moment the printer stopped working and
Damn.
we was like
Okay.
how what why we can do now and we call Mr. Rado who is working here and he helped us with printer and after that we need to print one team table and didn't work again.
It
Yeah.
seemed like everything was against you. They're like, no, you should
Yeah.
not write this project.
And-
But yeah, for what I've understood, you guys are writing a project and you want to get your organization going, right?
Yeah. So we managed to send the documents,
Okay,
and we will
that's
wait
good.
the results. I think till December. So I hope that everything will be okay. And
Oh, I'm sure it will be. It didn't go okay now with the printer and stuff because
Yeah.
it will go okay
yeah,
in the
but
future.
it was
I-
really nice because Mr. Rado took our flash and he went in a city center. He printed for us the documents, and we
Oh,
went to
so
the
sweet.
post
He was
office.
very nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. And after that, finally, we drink a coffee with Michaela
To relax. Yeah.
Yeah, so been a long day. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
I
enjoy
can see, yeah.
actually. Yeah, I'm really happy that we managed with everything.
Well, you just tried the taste of problem solving today and you
Yes.
did really good. So,
Yes, of
yes,
course.
I could say it was a successful experience. So, guys, now we will play some songs for you so you guys don't get enough of us talking. And I hope you guys really enjoyed the choice that we have for you today. So, see you in a minute.
Yeah,
Be right back.
be with us.
Well, hello, guys. Hello again. We're back again. You're back with Bit Around the Bush. It's me, Tiago, in the studio, and Lydia.
Hello from me.
So, as I was telling you, today we're going to speak about conflict management and the types of personalities that people have while resolving conflict. So I actually found, and I learned about this like 2 weeks ago, I think, on my on arrival training, which is the thing that volunteers here have on their EVS training, the volunteer projects. They have this on arrival training that's about communication, conflict
Yeah,
resolving, and
problem
a
solving.
bunch about culture, cultural differences. It's more situated on the non-formal education, and I've been really interested in this topic, and I talked with Lydia about this, and we agreed to do this. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you guys about the 5 types of animal kind of personalities that you have when you resolve a conflict.
So this is like five type of animal,
Yeah,
like, but also is common for people. Like,
yeah. It's
is
just
actually about the people, right?
yeah. It's just yeah. It's
Just the name is given from
Yeah,
some animal.
yeah,
Okay,
exactly. So
good.
the first one is the turtle, which withdraws from conflict, and it speaks like, "Oh, I don't care, I don't know, don't ask me, I don't want to be involved." And this kind of conflict resolvement, it's just that this personality, the turtles, just do whatever the rest of the group decides because they don't want to have
Participate.
they don't want to participate and expose their opinion and be vulnerable to resolve the conflict. Then the shark, which forces and tries to make opponents accept his or her solution. He speaks like, "Listen to me, I have the best idea, I don't like your ideal." The shark makes always, it's kind of a more aggressive personality, and has always his goals in mind and wants to make other people follow what he wants to do and thinks his solution is the best. Then you have the teddy bear, which is the more compromising personality. They don't want to have a confrontation, and they always think on the relationships first, and they're afraid to hurt the relationship with other people, so they always compromise. And they force and try to make their opponent. Actually, they want to avoid conflict, try to build harmony in the group. So yeah, they just do whatever the other people want to do as well, and they speak like, "Oh, that's okay. We need to get along. Everything will be all right." Then the fox, which is a kind of a more manipulative kind of personality, which compromises giving up part of his or her goals in a kind of a bargain, so she can persuade other types of goals that the fox may have to and persuade other people to give up on some of their own goals, so they can have each and every part wins in a kind of a way. Uh, and then we have the owl, which views conflict as problems to be solved. The owl confronts the problem, seeking solutions that will satisfy everyone involved. Okay, they speak like, "Okay, here's the problem as I see it, let's try the solution." They're more like, they try to rationalize and talk about the
And
conflict and try to find a solution that actually
yeah,
benefits everyone.
yeah, who is the best for each person in a
Yes,
group?
yes. So I wanted to ask you, Lydia, which
Yes.
one of this animal type of conflict management personalities do you view yourself in the most?
I think that in teddy bear, for
Okay.
sure. And the last one was, remind me, please.
The how, which views conflict
Yeah,
as problems to
and
be
the
solved.
last one for sure.
Okay.
I will never see myself in turtle position when I
Okay.
will say I don't know, I don't know what to say, I don't have any idea, or when I will be in a group to wait, just a group to give ideas and I will just follow. I'm not passive in a communication.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm passive just when I need to listen, but when I need to act, I'm doing that.
Okay.
And I don't know, I will, and shark for sure, no. Yeah, sometimes in a different situation, I can
Yeah.
say with different people, we maybe have each of these like habits in
Yeah.
our
Personalities. Yeah.
communication, personalities,
Yeah.
but yeah, I can recognize myself like a shark when I have communication just with my brother and with
Okay.
my parents, but with other people who I don't know or in a new group, no, I don't want to put my
Okay.
opinion there and to to force other from the group to follow just me
Okay.
and to um, believe that I'm totally right and
Okay.
that they don't have other idea. No, but for example, when it's a situation with my brother and I see that he's doing something wrong, I'm saying like do it like this, try to do it. I'm not saying like do it 100%
Okay.
like this, but again is somehow to give just your opinion
Yeah.
in this kind of situation, but most of the time I'm trying to listen other people in a group to ask what is the problem, and if I can manage on a good way, yeah. If I cannot, then sometimes I'm trying again, sometimes I'm like okay.
Okay. So you can agree that for each and every situation, we all of us use one of these types of personalities to.
Yeah, I can
res-
say honestly that I don't like Fox personality because
Okay.
I don't like manipulative people.
Mhm.
If you have something to say it directly, but
Okay.
on a nice way, of course, to not
Yeah.
offend that other person, to not use bad words or I don't know, to make other people to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I don't like this personality when people are, for example, going and saying to you one thing and to other person saying
Okay.
other thing and to third one saying third thing, and in this way to trying to make the best for them in this
Okay.
situation. I don't like this kind of people, and I will never find myself in this kind of communication and solving problems for sure.
Okay. So I think maybe well with the manipulative kind of situation, I'll give you another view that which is my view,
Yeah.
and I'll see if you agree on this or not. But I can tell you, pretty much when it comes to me, when I feel like very self-righteous in a kind of a sense, which means I do think I'm right and well, I do sometimes think that I'm really right, and it's really obvious that I'm right, which is a real flaw that I've been trying to work on. And when that kind of situation comes up, I do identify with the shark, but most of the times I do actually identify with the owl, which views conflict as the problem solving, because you got to see when it comes to a problem in between a group, it's not you against the group or the group against you or each member of the group against each one.
Yeah.
It's just everyone against the problem. That's how I like to see it. But yeah, of course, I mean, if there's a time where we want, for example, to agree on a place to visit for a trip and someone have been this place and someone other have been this place. I mean, I don't mind going to the same place twice just to be with the people there, so I can be a teddy bear and compromise as
Yeah.
well. The turtle, I mean, the turtle is just more difficult because you could, well, of course, if someone asks you, okay, can you uh, do you should I do this way or that way, and you say, oh, I don't care, this just like there's a problem and you don't really care how the other
Yeah,
person
how
does
other
it. 'Cause,
people will solve.
yeah, of course, I mean, if there's this problem, it's like they give you two options and both solutions are viable, and the person says, oh, I don't care, it's whatever you choose. I mean, it
Yeah,
also
that
happens
can
as
be.
well, so
Yeah.
yeah, in a kind of sense I can be a turtle as well, but of course the one that identifies the most is actually the howl and a bit of the
Yeah,
shark as well,
also.
the assertiveness. So for the fox, I mean, it depends because manipulation has both a bad connotation to it and a good connotation to it, in a sense that manipulation is used for marketing. In every product
Yes.
you're trying to sell to the
Yes,
customer,
totally.
you're using manipulation. You're kind of applying to appeasing to their feelings and trying to pull them towards your product and make them see the reasons why they need that product, even though they don't need it, maybe.
Yes.
So yeah, it's kind of a sense that if you want to resolve, like for example, you want to go with your friends, you want to go to the beach, for example, and some of them don't like to go to the beach, some of them don't like to go to the pool, and you're like in this mid ground. So you can try to manipulate them, saying, "Oh, but guys, the thing is, we all want to go to swim, so that." I mean, it's indifferent to go either to the pool or the beach.
Yeah,
But the thing,
depends of the
yeah,
situation.
but if it's a sunny day, and on not that sunny days you could go to the pool and be there better, you could say, "Oh, today is a sunny day. We could go to the beach now because we might as well take advantage of the sun
Yeah.
we have today." And that's manipulation, not in a bad way. It's just a way
it's
to
in
resolve the conflict,
yeah,
you know.
to find a better solution for
Yeah.
all people in a group.
Because I mean, it's kind of a snowball. The thing is, you just keep on piling. Okay, you go to the beach, you go to blah blah blah, and then you don't resolve the problem. You should,
Yeah.
in this kind of
I
sense.
totally
I mean,
agree. In one moment, you mentioned about solving a problem when you are a part of some group and
Mhm.
when you have, let's say, conflict,
Yeah.
but how to solve it. And I've been trainer for a long time in Macedonia, and I've been teacher, and I work in a different kind of groups all the time. And sometimes I knew it at the time right, but when other person is in front of me and he don't want to participate, or he's saying something like, or do you speak about me, or do you think that I made this problem, do you think that I'm the problem? And in that moment somehow I'm finding myself blocked totally, and I
Okay.
cannot continue to manage with the situation. And for example, I need few minutes to find myself,
Okay.
and after that to start again to manage with this conflict and to find the best solution in a group. So in this kind of situation, I can say that sometimes I'm a little bit passive for a
Okay.
moment, because for me it's really hard to find immediately solution what is the best, because in one group you have a different kind of people,
Yeah.
different characters, and you cannot know how they will take the situation and problem what you are seeing.
Yeah, you've got to adapt to the situations. I mean, there's
Yes.
different people, they take things different ways, and sometimes it's good for you to step out and just take a breath and think of what you're trying to say and how you're trying to say things, so the message gets there without hurting people. I mean, sometimes it's unavoidable. The truth's just got to be said.
Yes,
but still,
of course. But I can totally agree with this, that in each situation we have different character, and
Yeah.
we are solving problems on a different way, and we are communicating on a different way. And now what I think is actually that we can play music, we can have music break, and after
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
minutes to be back in the studio.
Yeah,
I
we
don't know
sh-
if you agree with
yeah,
me.
yeah. Of course, we should make a pause then and
Yeah.
let you guys listen to.
To enjoy in our
yeah.
music choice for
Yeah.
today.
We have a
And
bunch of good songs. I'm sure you guys will like it.
Yes.
So, yes, we'll see you in a minute. We're gonna play some songs. Be right back, guys. Stay with us and bye bye. Well, hello again, everyone. We are back, me and Lydia, in the studio in Staras Agora for Beat Around the Bush. So we were speaking about conflict management and all the personalities, and I think Lydia has something for us about why conflict and listening to other people's opinions is important.
Yes, I found some information about why actually communication is so important, because all the time we are with different people, and we have different communications all the time, and sometimes, yeah, with people who we know it's more easy to communicate, but how to deal with people who actually we don't know very well. And here I have informations why the communication is actually important in our life. So being able to communicate effectively is perhaps the most important of all life skills. It is what enables us to pass information to other people and to understand what is saying to us. Communication is simplest is the act of transferring information from one place to another. It may be vocally using voice, written using printed or digital media such as book, magazines, website or email, in visually communication using logos, maps, chart or graphs, or non-verbally using body language, gestures and the tone and our voice, of course. And I want to ask you, Tiago, what you think, what communication people are able to understand the best?
I think the most understandable communication is actually the verbal communication, because I mean, words are words, and we learn from little, since we're little, what do words mean, and what words mean this, and what words do you use for this and this. But that's the thing. Sometimes words don't match the way we feel, and our body always goes against us.
Yes.
When it comes to body language, if you don't really feel, for example, you're saying, "Oh, I really like you," but if you don't
But
feel that,
yeah,
it will show in your
yeah.
face, in your body. Your body will show that. I mean, even
Yes.
if you try to fake a smile, you can try all you can, but your eyes don't lie. No, trust me on this, because the thing is, you smile, but your eyes smile too, and you get those cheekies on your eyes. If you
Yeah,
don't, if
totally
you're not
agree.
smiling, that's clear
It's
to see.
obvious
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you're not happy. Yeah, when I've been on one training about communication skills before many years. Actually, I passed a lot of trainings about communication skills. And when the teacher asked us, which communication is like more easy to understand for us, also my answer was verbal communication. But actually, people are more able to understand non-verbal communication, body language. So even if you will not say any word, when people will saw your face and when they will saw your movement and your body language, they will understand what is in your mind and how you feel. And if I will make, for example, now sad face, you will have information that I'm sad, I don't feel really good. Or if I will smile and dance, you will have information that I'm more happy. Even if I will say with words like, yeah, I'm happy, but in my face, if
Yeah.
I will not have this reaction that I'm happy, you will maybe think, oh, maybe she's lying me, maybe she's not really happy. But when I will show that with my body language, even without words, you will understand. So for me, it was really interesting fact that people are more able to understand and catch emotions just from body language.
I mean, yeah, I don't really agree with all of that, because, I mean, yes, sure, it is true, as you're saying, that we actually do understand more of the nonverbal, in a sense that when you see like the normal expressions that people do, and you don't really look in the micro expressions of the
Yes.
face, you can actually, of course, if I smile, you understand that I'm happy, or that I'm I'm smiling and I'm having fun, or it depends on the context, right? But that's the thing. It's sometimes, then there's those cases with people with depression and those kinds of, you cannot really see depression in the person's face. Sometimes you can, sometimes you see it's a really happy person, but
Yeah.
you don't detect that, because that's the thing. It's only in the micro expressions of your face, and you need really to be aware of that and pay attention to that, because sometimes what it seems like, it's not really what's happening. And that's why I think what we understand better is actually the verbal communication, because I mean, if you are speaking with people that speak your language, or speak your second language that you really can speak enough and you can understand, then of course you will understand everything. If I say I'm happy, even though I don't look happy, you understand that I am saying that I
Yeah.
am happy, even though I'm not, if that shows up. You do understand?
Yeah,
You know,
but yeah, I can agree with you. Yeah, some people can more understand verbal communication, but I'm of those people who can more understand actually nonverbal communication. Yeah, sometimes it's not necessary to say some words to be understand.
Yeah.
Even I think that Yeah, my family, my friends can understand me even when I'm not talking how I feel and what I need in a moment. Even if I will not say with words, they will know what is necessary for me. And if
Yeah,
I'm quiet all the day, they will know that something is not good, and
yeah,
they will ask me later, or they will come in the right moment to start verbal
yeah.
communication with me. So with me, this is like really important when I'm with people who I know. They know how to deal with me in communication. But I wanted to ask you, when you have some communication and misunderstanding with other person, how you're solving these problems? Do you have some quickly solution? Are you good in this kind of communication when you're in a group and there is a lot of people who you don't know but you need to manage with them?
I mean, it depends on the situation. If it's a misunderstanding and I feel offended, I am aware it's my ego and it's just me trying to defend myself and my identity as a person and not be like, oh, don't say that, making me think like I'm stupid. If you think that I'm stupid or that
Mm-hmm.
I'm dumb or something, I know it's just my ego in my mind trying to defend the character and the identity that I have. But yeah, I do sometimes get offended and I don't really like it. And I mean, how do I resolve this? I mean, at the moment I feel bad and I feel that that person did something wrong to me, but then I really think about it and I'm really aware of these things and I do understand, okay, it's just my ego trying to protect my identity.
Yes.
So then I just I'm not a person to hold grudges against no one, so then I just forget about it. But if there's like a conflict and I don't know, what was the idea that you were trying to ask me, like,
How
if we have.
you're solving a problem
Oh,
when you're
okay.
in a group with people who you don't know really?
I mean, if I don't really know them, of course I don't want to explode on on them, because I mean I don't want to be rude to them, because I
Mm-hmm.
don't. That's just not me and doesn't align with who I am. I do really like to solve the problems and listen to everyone's opinions, even though sometimes the person might be talking and I'm like, oh, I had this really good idea and I interrupt them, because I do that a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times. I am aware of that. And yes, I do like to listen to people's opinions and to see if there's a common ground in every
Mm-hmm.
single one of them. And yeah, and just try to come up with a solution that gets the most of the people's ideas in it to solve the problem, so we can all get something out
Yeah,
of it.
something good
Yeah,
from that. I totally agree with this. But as we told, for all this is a necessary communication.
yeah,
And yeah, what I found it is saying also that developing your communication skills can help all aspects of your life, from your professional life to social life and everything in between. So yeah, I can totally agree with this, because also when we are searching new job and we want to work in other place, they are asking also for our communicational skills. Is on a top 5 skills what we need to have to get that job, and it's really important to develop your communication skills. And most of the time I'm facing with people who don't know really how to communicate
okay,
properly. And yeah, because I learned it that also it's important to say your opinion and what you think and how you're seeing that situation, but it's also really and maybe more important to listen what other people
yeah,
have to say, because sometimes I'm finding myself in a communication when I'm talking, and for me this is really important, and I want to impress myself. I want to say what I have to say, but the people is interrupting me all the time, and he's saying like, I'm saying for example, I feel really bad today, and that person is saying to me, oh, let me tell you how I feel
yeah,
today.
yeah,
Like I have even the worst day that you had, and I'm like, okay, let me finish and I will listen how worse
Yeah.
day you had. But first, for me, it's important to say what I have, and after that, I will be able to
Yeah.
to listen you. And for me, in a communication, it's really important to be also a good listener, not to be just a person who is speaking all
I
the
totally
time.
agree. That must be the most important thing. You need really to listen to other people so you can make them want to listen to you. Because, I mean, if you're talking to someone and you're not really listening what they're trying to say, I don't think they will have interest in whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Because there's no catch up. You didn't pick up on what they were saying and you didn't build on that subject. And that's a really good skill that everyone should have. And I do think in some kind of conflict, in most conflicting scenarios, there's some things that you can abdicate on and just like not give up, but I would say you can just compromise to do another thing, because there's a difference between what you want, like the things you want on
Yes.
that problem solved, and the things you really need, because there's some things that you really need to have. For example, let's say we all, like today, we came all to the same apartment. Me, you, Mirella, Natalia,
Yeah,
Kata. We didn't know
Catalans.
yeah, like anyone, like we came one on one, but like we didn't know
Yeah,
each
we
other.
are
And
six
this day,
people
just
in
thrown
this.
in an
Yeah.
apartment, yeah. And we sat on a table and we wanted to discuss. Okay, we do this, this, and this. And I would be like, okay, I want to play music. I don't know if you guys. I want to play the guitar and be able to sing at will. Of course, I won't sing at the time to sleep, but I want to be able to sing whenever I feel
It's
like it and
yeah.
during the day, and I want to practice. And I don't want you guys to be like, "Oh, just shut up! I don't want to listen." Blah blah. And that's the thing, that it's not something I want; it's something I need, because music is a really big part of my life, and I'm
Yes.
not will. If
It's
I were
something
to resolve that,
necessary
yeah,
for you.
it's something necessary for me. And if you guys wouldn't like, okay, I can't put up with this. I couldn't live with you guys, you know. But thanks God, you guys don't.
We don't complain
Yes, you don't
about
complain that.
your
Yeah.
music. Yeah, sometimes it's really
You see?
important also to find a good way how to say what you need
Yeah,
and
of
what you
course.
want. Yeah, and I can find myself in a position when I don't know how to say, and sometimes when with people who I feel like more close, I can explode,
Yeah.
and this is not so good. I'm practicing this and
Yeah.
trying to solve it for I don't know many years, because I'm practicing, as I told, communicational skills and other skills for a long time. Yeah, and we are humans and we have our mistakes with
Of
us all the
course, I
time.
mean, yeah.
And yeah, sometimes I can let my emotions to go before my
Yeah,
speech,
yeah.
and is not good sometimes. And I'm kind of person who want all thing to go smoothly and well. And if, as I told yesterday in one communication with Michaela, if I will be able to, I would want to have my plan for 5 years
Yeah.
next in my life, to have everything on a paper what will come in my life, but it's
Yeah.
not going like this is not life. The things are changing from one moment to other one, and all the time you're with different people, and if you don't know how to express yourself
Yeah.
on a good way, and if you don't know how to communicate in a good way, the conflicts can come all the time.
Yeah.
If in front of you you have person who is also nervous and you're nervous in that
Yeah.
moment, and if you're trying to solve the problem,
Yeah,
the
that
solution will not
won't
come.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think
You will
it's more.
make even worse problem. And
Yeah, yeah.
in that moment, it's okay to say sorry. I'm not able to communicate
Yeah.
now because I am really nervous.
Yeah, of course.
And I need to take 5 minutes for myself, and after that
Yeah,
we can try
totally.
to solve the problem. But you need to have other person who will understand you and who will totally agree with
Yeah.
that, and who will give you 5 minutes
Yeah, of course.
to be with yourself and to find the best solution how you want to express yourself. Yes.
Yes. So, guys, now we're going for a music pause again. I hope you guys did not go anywhere because we really love to have you listen to us, and we really hope you enjoyed the choice and you've been enjoying our discussion so far, and
Yes.
you found some things useful to use in your
Maybe
confrontations
interesting,
in
yeah.
in the near future. So we will play some songs for you. We'll be right back. See ya. So guys, we are going to the end of the show. It's almost time. We have 5 more minutes, so we wanted to say goodbyes and give you some more words. I mean, I hope you guys really enjoyed our discussion and got some important points to it. Because I mean, there's always a good way and a bad way to resolve conflict, and I think we can always find a solution that can benefit everyone. Sometimes it doesn't benefit everyone in the way they want, but sometimes you got to be more assertive and see that this find a solution that takes the problem to the next level of discussion,
Of
and
course.
yeah.
Yeah, you say it really well. I
Thank you.
totally agree with you. It was really impressive. And yeah, I can say that the ability to communicate information accurately, clearly, and as intended is a vital life skill and something that should not be overlooked. It's never too late to work on your communication skills, and by doing so, you may well find that you improve your quality of life. So start to communicate in better way and start to listen people more, and to try to understand them what they wanna say
Yeah.
actually.
And first, if you want to understand really what people are trying to communicate with you, first you got to really understand yourself and be aware of how you feel when certain kinds of conflict arise upon you. And if you feel anger, you should not, and be aware of the anger you feel, and you should not let the anger take you
Yeah.
away. Because I mean, you can say things and do things that you'll regret after, and that's not good.
Yeah, so
So it's
firstly
always
think,
yeah.
yeah.
That's one thing I actually learned, that if you're angry, first time if you're in a conflict and you get angry and you're aware of it, you're like, oh, okay, I'm angry. So now you gotta like step back, take a few minutes to breathe, and then think of what you're trying to say and how to solve it, and then go back to talk to the person, because then your head won't be overheated with all the rage you
Yes.
feel, and be like blah 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 and shouting to the other person and really saying things it can break relationships, either loving relationships or just friendships.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Tiago, and I don't have nothing more to add.
Okay.
Yeah, I can just say that I hope that our listeners like our show,
Yeah.
and that they will use some of our advice and that find something useful for
Yeah.
them. And I want to say that tomorrow we are again with you in our radio. I think that, yeah, Natalia will
Yeah.
have her rubric, radio rubric. Also, I will have my radio rubric, and you will listen Alan's and Kata at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
and for sure they will have good topic for you guys.
Of course. So guys, you should totally
Yes.
keep tuned to whatever shows we are doing here, to just, I don't know, learn something more, have some fun, just be with us, guys.
Yes.
We really love and enjoy you listening to us. And I hope to see you next time, like tomorrow.
Yes, and I
Thurs-
hope that we will see all of you in our event, what we had prepared for you
Yes.
for next Friday, actually, and then our team. Maybe we are 7 or 8 people now.
8 people, I
Yeah.
think, yes.
We will present our country's food, tradition, some
Yeah.
tradition, drink, music, and other stuff. So I think that will be really interesting. So I hope that we will see all of you in our event.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not this Friday, but the next
The
one.
next
the
one,
next
yeah,
week,
you can find more information about the event in our Facebook page
Yes,
by
indeed.
down the name Radio Beat Around the Bush CEA, and also now we have our Instagram profile, and you can follow us there and find more information about us.
Totally. So keep tuned. See you guys in the next show, which is tomorrow. Bye bye.
Ciao.